This is Shane with Why All the Secrecy. On our first story on Justice for Cephus, we exposed the corrupt police department with a terrible cover-up to a murder of an 18-year-old, shot twice in the head yet ruled a suicide. During the interview, we spoke with the mother Tabatha Potts, along with Scott Hamilton and Carol Malone of Cold Case Justice. Since then, Carol Malone has turned her back on the case and even her ex-partner, stealing money that Tabatha Potts paid her to have key pieces of evidence analyzed for blood, refusing to return the money or the items, even threatening to destroy it or turn it over to the same cops that she herself declared corrupt. The fraud and the theft aside, the real tragedy is she has set their case back to square one on getting justice for Cephus. Today on Why All the Secrecy, we will be discussing this with Tabatha Potts and Scott Hamilton. The run through from that's the last time we've.
Okay. Tabatha, you want to start, or you want me to start?
You can start.
The simple, if you remember right, we were getting the items. We were supposed to get the items today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so they were sent to Carol. Okay, Tabatha sent them to her, along with $100 that she had for James's, correct me if I'm wrong with the time frame, Tabatha, but I want to say a week or two after, Carol changed the name of the lab 3 times. Tabatha called me and asked me if I think she messaged me and asked me if I or if I heard of the report or anything. At that point, I said no. Carol's dealing with all that. So I reached out to her and she goes, "Well, they sent the items back, but they didn't send a report."
Yeah.
Now, any reputable firm or company, when they send you the items back, they send you a report. So, from BCI, which is the lab in Ohio, and then the last lab actually told her she sent it to was
Yeah.
I find that hard to
and
believe.
take any civilian cases other than a referral.
Right.
So I confronted her, and she just about freaked out on me. October, I get a car accident, and I just got physical therapy, and she sent me a message and said calling the police and the insurance companies and saying me and my wife were being insurance fraud. This is the type of person that we're dealing with.
All over an accident that had nothing to do with her.
Absolutely. Then she's arguing with me. Tabatha told her, "Send it to me." And she'll not send it to me. She said, "I'll send it back to Tabatha." Then it was to sending it back to Tabatha to it's going to Petersburg, or to not Petersburg, to Reynoldsburg
Police department.
Yeah.
Where I got him from.
Yeah.
Which is actually what the beginning was.
Yep.
Yep. The reason for to send them there because they were done fucking released to me. I was bleeding a lot.
We're not a censored website.
Or in my son's car. Me, my fiance cleaned it out. He found the towel. So this dumbass Carol puts in this to the lab that she has chain of evidence that was sealed. It was never... I gotta stop saying the F word. It was never sealed. What I got from Reynoldsburg was in their crime bags. And what we got out of my son's car to keep that tested at a later date was what we found and put away. It was never... She told this crime place was a chain of evidence and it was sealed and put away and da-da-da. No. So what the fuck is she really trying to do?
Yeah.
Sounds like she was trying to frame my family for a murder I'm trying to figure out.
Right.
and recording her and wanted her DNA. And I was like, well, you can take mine. And she said, no, we'd rather have your daughter's because it'd be a closer match. Then I have the same. Yeah. So here we go again. He's my son. You can use mine.
Yeah.
But my question is, why does she's not a law officer?
Claim that we think Dahlia, this one girl that we believe that was involved in murder, it may be my son. Around and lied and told me that she told Scott that it was through messenger, but Scott has sent everything that this person has sent. If Scott's done interview or anything, he has always sent to me. Carol has sent me. I go to like Twitter, his Justice for Cephus, delete shit, get rid of shit, all kinds of shit. Make sure she's born in Washington, D.C. and she claims shit I'm for. Right, because I gotta assume at this point, everything she said has been a fucking lie.
Right.
So now we have to over from the beginning.
Right.
And will not give anything back without a court order, is what she's now.
Which was not her property in the fucking place. But I got off. Because I'm wondering why she picked out the specific items she wanted. Because here's how I told her what I had, where we found it, where it's from, and she said the prosecutor, Marla, wanted the town. To tell her, and Carol told her no. She didn't trust her police. She'll have it tested.
Right.
And then some text, some by email. A lot of her mouth was over the phone. So going through some of the all I got in text.
Right.
So she told me she's sending it all. And told me she has 300. So I told her didn't have enough for the test. So I told her I'll send her 100 to get it done quicker. So I sent her a postal money order. I was going to send her a check to Carol Malone. And she goes, no, you need to put cold case justice on it. I was like, why? If you're going to cash it and send it to the lab, what does it matter?
Right.
And she said, well, because I got to keep track of all the money for cold case justice. I was like, okay, whatever. Then I'll put in cold case justice with him, and that's what I did. Yeah. And then after that, she would never answer. It went from BC Lab in Ohio, then I started freaking out. I contacted Scott and asked her what the fuck she was doing. They had their chance to analyze my son's shit. They were involved, but not very long. Because they worked the police, but when the police say I no longer wanted you, they stop.
Right.
So they go, they're in service to the police department.
Right.
So it went from BCI Lab, and when they were getting in trouble, I sent links to Scott. And then she wouldn't answer me. Then she said she was doing interview with this lawyer, Charlie. She canceled 6 fucking dates. And then I went to name the lab and number. And then I was going to call myself.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't give it to me.
Basically, in other words,
And
she
then she told
wasn't
me-
giving out, shaking it to the lab in the first
Uh-huh.
place. I said, basically, in other words, she was taking it to the lab in the first, and she didn't want what was going on.
Exactly. Yep. Pretty much, I think is what she did. Like my fiance thinks she got fucking paid off. Like the PI with the at first. Shit.
Right.
I gotta keep chain of custody, blah, 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 blah. Then I read it, and, to a damn lab, and everything's showing as a fucking...
Good. Good. Good.
Oh, she's unreal. I'm done.
All right. Now, anybody who's any this, right?
Yes.
Dr. Henry Lee was or is the godfather or the grandfather of DNA.
Right.
And there's, I'm saying this. He's worked with Jason, John Benny, very notable.
Right.
Holder, when the box shoots up to me, so I'm tested University of New Haven, Henry Lee's. She said he's not certified. He said hundreds of cases. He goes, well, I don't even know who that is. Going to be in forensics. You claim to be a DNA expert. You know who Henry Lee is.
Yeah.
So that's the type of person that we're dealing with.
And basically, what she's saying, she's not releasing without a court order. You pretty much need that to proceed in y'all's court, situation.
Well, I think what I personally think, and this is my own personal opinion, that she got rid of the items. And she's trying to buy time, because now she's caught.
Right.
She got rid of the item?
Not knowing. I believe she got rid of the evidence. I believe she got rid of everything. Either that or I can't think of the word I'm trying to use.
I was thinking maybe
the evidence.
I was thinking maybe she had gotten paid off by whomever.
Yep.
In whatever instance to either one, hide evidence, or two, so they can do whatever with it.
Destroy it.
Yep.
No. I mean, has there been any changes in the case since the last time we spoke?
Yeah, I would think.
Have there any changes in the case since the last time we spoke?
No, we were at a standstill because of this.
Right.
And she would proceed because we were waiting on the evidence, the report from the evidence, which never came, which was never. And still right now. So we're trying to make a claim. Trying to go ahead and get everything. I asked Carol about the if we get arrested. Look into that, or Scott look into that. It was like, oh, because there's no thing. Well, in a matter of 2 seconds, I got on the internet and found 10 labs.
It actually purifies.
Yeah, just any poison or whatnot in it.
Right.
So, instead of saying it aggravates me, saying, we do. And instead of looking and saying, taking 5 minutes of your time to look and say, oh wait, I found some, or saying, I can't find anything, automatically say, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Last time I looked, we got into this to help people, not to harm an investigation or to harm victims.
And is there any more evidence at all that y'all still have that you could possibly get tested if that is the case and that is destroyed? Or was that everything?
I know that better than I do. I don't know what she has at home. She told me, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah, I got some more things, but the main things were that towel, just because of the odor that was on it.
Yep.
When me and my fiance found it in my son's car, and his hat, which I believe was blood on it, which I was going to test my damn self.
Yeah.
Because I told her if she was just going to cut something out and test it, I can do that at home.
Absolutely. Huh.
And ordered it off Amazon. And then later she claimed she talked to the prosecutor, and she was going to send off to this lab, and da-da-da-da. So she went in his hat, this towel that we found, and the black t-shirt that was found by his body at the crime scene. Now, I've been sitting here trying to figure out for 2 weeks why in the hell she wanted those 3 items. Everything I've got, why did she pick those?
Has she had any contact with you since then? I mean...
Yeah, she's texted me, she's tried to call, and I won't answer her.
Yeah, I actually made a police report against her because of harassment and threatening. And the police told her not to contact me at all. And if she does, she will go to jail. Well, she decided to contact me through email the other day. So I called the officer that was handling it, and he was off yesterday and today. So I'm going to go up there tomorrow morning and find out how to proceed with the rest of it.
Harassment charges of nothing else.
Yeah, definitely. And it wasn't like, oh, you did this, you did that. No, it was like constant. One night till 2 o'clock in the freaking morning, she was texting me and my wife. And I will send you some of those so you'll have them.
Right.
I just gotta download an app and see if I can do it. Okay. Which I'll send Tabatha them to, so they're in more than one place. So
yeah.
Yeah, Scott has mine too that she sent me too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the ones that she sent to my fiance that saying she was confused. What are you confused about? I told you I had cancer. I told you I had to have lymph radiation. I told you they fucked up, I had to have another surgery. And she goes, Well, I'm not sending him to Scott. I'm sending him you, so I wait. We give her a week.
Yeah. And apparently, he's done this quite a lot to people. Not in this capacity, which is Tabatha, but she's done a lot. And I'll send you some of the articles on it, what she's done. I think Tabatha sent you a couple of them. But,
Right.
you know, I'm the type of person that'll sit there and Tabatha's the same way. If you say something, you know, and then you back it up with this guy she was going after, she claimed the victim. She left out what she sent him, but I mean, page after page after page on a website that he wrote about her, but what she left out is that she started the majority of it, okay? She was going after him and he was defending himself. So I took her on face value, which I shouldn't have. I usually don't, but for some reason I did on this one. And then she tried to cover up with, oh, we're here to help people. Yeah, I'm here to help people. You're not. You're in it for a different reason. Okay? And the real victim, twice in this whole thing, is Tabatha.
Right.
And even if I wasn't involved with cold case justice at one point, I'd still help her.
Right.
But I mean, it's because now she did this. It's a black eye on me, which I don't really care. But you know, I feel extremely bad for Tabatha because of what she's done.
Right.
She went through this not once but twice.
Right. Yeah, I remember in the first time we talking about the first private investigator, you know.
Yep.
Actually, even Carol was actually talking about how she actually wasn't licensed and this and that.
Yeah, I did some research on her. She wasn't licensed, but she was like a week away from her licensing. So that was another lie Carol put out. Okay? She said she contacted a private detective agency. She did not contact them.
Yeah.
It was just compounded lie after lie after lie after lie.
She just told you what you wanted to hear.
Absolutely. She had an ulterior motive, and she was caught out, you know. What do people do when they lie? They cover it up with another lie. They cover it up with another one. So you really, they don't even know the truth.
Right. They start believing it.
She better start keeping a journal. Because she told me a fucking shitload of lies.
Yeah.
Every time I asked for the results, first it was her ulcer, then she broke her tooth and she got the dentist. Then her niece was in the hospital because she had bleeding on the brain and was in an induced coma. Then her niece was out. Then her niece was back in for the same thing.
Yeah.
Then her niece had to have back surgery like my fiance's spinal surgery, and she's put in induced coma again.
Yeah. Just anything she could say to buy time.
And she was sent me an email. I think I sent it to you. I asked her again about the testing at BCI. And why I put BCI is because that's the first place she told me she fucking send it.
Yep.
And then she puts, well, my niece is in the hospital, and I got to keep her on the forefront now.
Yeah.
Right.
You have my items. I sent you the money. You said you were sending them off. So all you got to do is pick up the fucking phone and call them.
Yeah.
Or make an email. So,
And I had said from the beginning that if we get a negative result from one lab, we'll go to another one. We'll keep going until we get the result that we want to get. And if we go through hundreds of them and they come up with the same one, the same answer, then that's one thing. But if you got 4 labs coming up with different answers, you know, how it only takes 10 minutes to get a rapport with these labs to tell them what you're doing, and they'll do it for free. The majority of them will.
Right.
But you'd rather sit there and cover up your lie and harm the case because you just lied and lied and lied. And, you know, it's frustrating. It's definitely frustrating. And now we have to start from square one, and we can't even go through the DA's office. We have to go through the FBI, because anything that my name's connected with her will be thrown out.
Right.
So I have to hand everything over to the FBI, and hopefully they'll do what we want them to do.
Yeah.
Has there
So that's
been
the
any?
predicament we're in.
Has there been any talks with the FBI yet?
Not as of yet. I'm going to reach out to them probably Monday or Tuesday
Okay,
and see where we can go from here.
so that's pretty much your next step right there. I
Yeah.
mean, you still have all the reports and everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I blocked her from all social medias because the other Aunt Jax told me to.
Right.
She's getting ready to drop what she calls the dogs
Uh-huh.
come Monday, but I won't be here. Yeah, I did some searching on her and her family a lot when she fucked me, because I wanted to know who I was dealing with.
Right.
And apparently, it was just lie after lie. I can't even remember what her last lie was. Oh, it was pneumonia. Hospital pneumonia.
And how long has this been going on now? How long is the dodging?
Oh my God, I sent her the stuff in,
October.
I think you can see a little strip. That's the tracking number when I sent her the items.
Right.
And I wrote in the email where the money order was. That was in, let me think, June, around June 7th of last year. And she kept saying, well, we got to get change of venue. Well, I haven't heard nothing yet. Well, I got the stuff back you want back. And I was like, well, yeah, but we're about to change of venue. And she goes, well, I got to talk to Charlie. And I thought it was Charlie. And the date was canceled. We didn't meet. I haven't talked to him about it. And it's been going on and on. And then when I would ask about the test again, well, I got to talk to Charlie about it. Okay, well, why do you need to talk to Charlie about it? You're the one that sent it in, supposedly, to this lab. So what the hell does a lawyer have to do with anything? With your names on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't the first time I've had to fight for his items back.
Yeah.
The last time it was the damn PI I hired. This time it's this Carol fucking Malone.
Yeah, that's
I'm
terrible.
thinking, fuck, really?
Yeah.
What do
You're
we do with
already.
people on my son's case? I get it somewhere, and then they go, oh, let me do this or do that. And then she sends me her goddamn credentials, which are probably fake.
Right.
I don't know, but I do know Scott told me she's not a criminal profiler, and she told me she was. She also told me she passed the class. Scott told me she did not. She was kicked out, expelled.
Scott, have you ever seen any of her credentials at all?
I saw some of them.
So she is somewhat
She
qualified.
emailed me.
Well, she went to UND, okay, University of North Dakota. Okay? I'm going to call them. I didn't get a chance to call on Friday. I'm going to call them and check up on her, see if she ever was a student there, if she ever passed classes. I know for a fact she went to DFI, but got expelled out of that, okay?
Right.
Right.
And I have the email that states that she was expelled. Yeah, it's a huge mess. Now I have to go through everything
Right.
and rework everything along with the other people that we have helped Tabatha.
Right.
And it shouldn't have been this way. I mean, you know, and she's using her supposed, and I hate to say this,
I don't know it.
her supposed deceased son to have people feel sorry for her, to say, well, she had a deceased son, why, you know, she's trying to help people, you know, which she's using that as an advantage point.
Right.
Right.
Which I even looked at that, and I seen her make a comment as to when she told me he was murdered over the phone. Okay, he was not murdered. I Googled his name.
Yep.
He was It was an accidental shooting. He was at a friend's house. They were drinking. That's what I read, and they were cleaning the chamber's gun or something, and it shot him in the head.
Right.
Meanwhile, she told me he was murdered, and she fucked like hell, blah, 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 to get the murderer, and but then I Google it and find out she fucking lied even on that.
Yeah, and the cops had the kid in custody at the point because he was the one with the gun. Okay, that's the only reason why they put him in custody, because the kid got shot in the head. Okay, so how can you be out looking for your son's killer if he's already in damn custody?
Right. Well, I mean, sadly, that's kind of what you see. I mean, someone who's looking to take advantage, they're looking to taper their story to get in just close enough and relate to someone in hopes they can take advantage.
Absolutely.
And another thing that pissed me off is she told Scott I contacted her first.
Yeah.
No. She contacted me.
Right.
Her exact conversation to me was, we have another case. The mother contacted me through our Twitter account, and her son was supposedly murdered, but it's classified as a suicide. That's her exact words to me, and I have a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, that's fine. We can take it. We'll figure out what the deal is. I didn't know she had an ultimate motive. Yeah, that's it. I can't talk today.
Yeah, I mean, me and Scott's been talking every day. I've been looking on her Facebook until I blocked her 2 days ago, getting everything I can on her.
Yep.
Running her record, her family, I mean, it blew my fucking mind, literally.
Right. I mean, sadly, I wouldn't be shocked to come to find out that, it was destroyed. It was the police department, and they did pay her.
I can't make a comment on that.
That's still ongoing right now. That's
right.
Hopefully we can answer from that soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm trying to that's why I wouldn't answer her phone calls, because of my mouth will get me in trouble. And of course, I want to say something, like I want well, never mind. It's my son and he's dead, and you just fucked my fucking case again.
Yeah.
Right.
Because before I worked on this alone, and for almost 5 years, and then Carol came on, hey, you need help, Thicker and Blood wants to help you. I mean, over and over and over. Then went from Thicker to Blood to Cold Case Justice, and I'm like, well, look at those Scott, who the fuck is she? 1 minute she's Thicker and Blood, the next minute she's Cold Case Justice.
Well, I will send you guys, so you guys have it, her sizzle reel she made for a network, okay?
All right.
Sizzle reel is called Thicker Than Blood. And you can see how she acts in this video, okay? And then I'm not going to prejudge it. I'll send it to you guys, see what you guys think.
All right.
It was set up to be a paranormal CSI type reality show, okay? Her and her family did this.
Okay.
Okay. I will send it to you either tonight or tomorrow morning. Just look at the way she acts. Sure, take into account that it is a camera.
Right.
But that's how she normally acts. It's not an act. That's how she really thinks. She thinks she is an FBI agent or a crime scene investigator.
Right.
Well, that's basically what she told me she was. She told me she had a fucking badge, fair question everybody, and detain them. And my exact words to her was, okay, don't you think you're going to have jurisdiction issues? No, I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Sounds
I
fishy.
told Scott all this, he's like, what?
The only people that have badges are cops and FBI agents
Yeah.
and government officials. Those are the only people.
Correct.
And to tell a client that, one, you're misleading them 100%.
Yes.
Okay, you're to tell them we can detain people for 72 hours. We could go into jails and question people. Well, anybody knows anything about jails, you have to be on their relative list or whatever you want to call it.
Their visitation
Okay, in order
list.
to get in there.
it wasn't somebody in our family sick, then it was her niece. Or it was an ulcer, or it was pneumonia. Meanwhile, I'm dealing with my medical issues, and my fiance had spinal surgery twice. And the whole time I'm trying to do all this shit, she's basically fucking me in line.
Yeah.
Right.
And how I found out was I decided to say, screw it. I'll just talk to Scott and I'll tell him everything she has told me, emailed me, and see if she actually works.
Right.
Scott, she don't work. What do you mean?
She don't work at all. I had a meeting with her, a producer, and her husband in Virginia. Me and my wife went all the way down there, okay? She didn't work up until the time we went there. She worked one day with her husband, painting, and that's it. Then, every time I'm on the phone, I say, are you at work? She says, no, I need to finish the schoolwork. I need to do this. I need to do that. And then on the other line, she's telling Tabatha, oh, I've worked all day. I've been in meetings all day. When I'm on the other line, or telling her, asking her, are you working? No, I'm not working. You know?
Total flip-flop.
And then oh yeah, I've asked her numerous times if she's if to call Tabatha. Tabatha wants to know, and she deserves to know, what's happening with the report.
Right.
Oh, I'll call her. Yeah.
Well,
I know, she never called me. She turned around and told Scott, oh, I already called her. I told Scott, no, I haven't heard her for like 3 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
And I told Scott, I've texted her, I've called her, I've emailed her, I give the fuck up.
Yep.
From here on out, I'm just going to be speaking with you if that's okay.
Yeah.
I said, because I'm no longer going to speak to her.
right.
I can't handle her lies, so it's best I just stop communication with her.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely sorry to hear about that, you know, especially after what you've already been through. I'm glad Scott's still around and still, you know, able to help and everything as much as he can.
Yep.
And I was ready to even tell Scott because I didn't really know because of Carol and what I was looking at, but I decided, well, I probably should just in case you don't know. That way I can get to some kind of truth, and Scott laid it all out. I mean, bam, bam, bam. Oh, she don't work. She ain't a criminal profile. She ain't this. What the hell? I mean, everything she told me was a lie. Because she tried to tell me that Scott was an ex-cop that quit for corruption. Then she told me his wife was a psychiatrist criminal profiler, and Scott's like, no, that's a lie. She's misleading people.
Yeah.
Right.
Just so he can know what was, and so if there's any other people out there that she's told it to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at that point, I said, you know what? I've had enough of her lies and everything else. I'm done. Okay? And she still texted me that night, and then every other text is, well, I'm going to walk away. I said, all right, that's fine. Walk away. Okay? And then 10 minutes later, another text came through and says, you know what you did? I'm going to the police with it. Okay, what did I do? And at that point, I stopped contacting her. I stopped responding to her text messages and everything else, and she got aggravated at that point. And I knew exactly what I was dealing with.
I'll say it sounds like she was just fishing at that point.
Absolutely.
And now I'm trying to figure out, you know, how she even found me. Did somebody actually send her to me?
Yep.
I mean, sadly, online, you do have a lot of people that, you know, pray. That's what they do. They sit back and they join certain groups and they join certain, you know, mixes of friends with the sole purpose of just trying to find
And I told her
someone.
that too, and her thing was, oh, I've got my credentials, let me email them to you.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da.
I mean, I have
Oh no, I'm the mom of a murdered son. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I have Photoshop too. I can mail you
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
credentials you want.
Now, I had sent Tabatha my credentials, which are supposedly the same things as hers, okay?
Right.
I went one step above. I sent Tabatha the correspondence that I had with the school,
Right.
okay? So she knows that my things are 100%.
Right.
Carol would not send the correspondence to me. Carol would not send the correspondence to the school to Tabatha.
Yeah. Look like she just had a bogus set.
Yeah. And I'm going to call that school tomorrow, and I'm going to find out exactly if she was a student there, if she graduated. Now, granted, I was unemployed at the time. I went through the school. I had a grant. I went through the school. Normally takes 3 years off and on. That's with somebody taking the time doing it. I went through it, and that includes the internship at the morgue or whatever. So I went through it probably about 3 months. It really wasn't that difficult.
Right.
She told Tabatha that it takes 4 years, 3 or 4 years to go through this. It doesn't. They give you 3 or 4 years to do it because they don't know people's schedules and everything else.
Right.
So that was another lie on top of the 1,580 whatever time she lied on this whole thing from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. And how long, roughly, how long before you speak to the FBI on this were you thinking?
There's 2 FBI agents up in my police department up here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to get everything together tomorrow. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to get everything together, send it to Tabatha, make sure we have everything. Without her reports, I'm going to make new reports, send it up to them, and see what they have to say.
Right.
Okay? It's far enough away from Ohio where we can get something done, I believe. And also, there's a division, either hate crimes or special needs, something that happened, murder that happens to them, that the FBI takes those cases above any other case.
Right.
And it is a special needs child. She wouldn't even do that.
Yeah. So in other words, this is something that could have been really in process a while ago.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If she had just taken what I had advised her from my police officers' buddies and my police officers, people I confer with all the time on cases, if she had taken that, then we would have been 95% more than what we're at right now.
Right.
You know, so, and then the one piece of evidence I told her to send to the DA, she wouldn't.
And now she's trying to say, I just want revenge, and basically that it was a suicide, da-da-da-da-da, I just want revenge because of her findings. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought she was fucking lying.
Well,
And I said in her text, I'm pulling my son's case away from everybody.
Yep.
Because she said, well, don't listen to me or Scott. I got a Kimberly lady that can tell you that he's ripped all these people off.
Oh,
It was
that's
kind of
another story
ironic.
that's slow.
It was kind of ironic the amount of money that she put in it, because when I read the tombstone story about how many people she ripped off, it was for that exact amount.
Jeez.
You going?
Just trying to shift the blame.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you about Kimberly at some other point. It's nothing to do with this. It actually has a lot to do with this case on why she did what she did. But to make a long story short...
Oh, wow, are you kidding me? She just contacted Dev again.
She did?
Yeah, she told me I gotta drive there and get the shit. Yeah.
She
No kidding, really? I got fucking surgery tomorrow.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I just need to skip it. I'm not playing her a goddamn game. And ain't nobody fucking threatening her.
Yeah, I know.
She wants my shit, got my shit, and my money and don't want to return it.
Yep.
Did she just contact you and tell you that?
Yeah, this other lady that's trying to help Tabatha, Carol sent her a message. Yeah.
I'll send it to you, but I don't think it's you for real, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm not calling the police. I mean, what are they going to do? There's nothing they're going to do. So,
Yeah, I'll say it's a civil matter.
I mean, you're going to say it's a civil matter, take her to court.
Right.
Yep.
It's between 2 people, she lied, da-da-da-da-da, deceptive services. Take her to court.
Well, like I said, I hate everything's happened, and especially with everything else that's going on.
Yep.
as things progress, definitely keep us posted, keep us updated on what's going on and when.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we'll be checking in with you. I'm sure you'll hear from us. Update and stuff like that. We'll definitely do another one and get you back on, and hopefully everything gets resolved. Hopefully, I'm hoping you get everything back.
Yeah, it'll get resolved. I mean, it'll be. There's a lot in the works in the background, and not only with this case, but what she's done before.
Right.
And you know, she says that the Tombstone case is resolved. It's no charges, no nothing. It's buried. And it's a funny thing. I reached out to him, and it's an active case.
Right.
Yep. Huh.
Well, we'll expose what we can, and we'll expose her as much as we can. So you know we will.
She thinks she's going to dispose of my son's items due to threats. What threats? No threats have been made to her except to mail the items back. That's stuff too.
Right.
She told my son, yeah, I better sign off for it.
So that's where we stand right now. We're just waiting on, as soon as I hear back, as soon as I get ready to go up to the police station, because I do have to go up there tomorrow, but I will talk to them tomorrow on that and see what they need from me.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll definitely get this out there, and
Okay.
y'all take it easy.
Thank you.
I don't know what time it is there. I believe it's actually later there, but y'all have a good night.
That's right. All right.
Well, we appreciate it.
You guys
And,
have a good night. Thank you.
y'all do the same.
As soon as
And
I get the information.
yeah, as soon as you get the information,
Okay.
get it to us, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.